Hey, it's Mikael Woodward, the beer ambassador. As I push back a little bit, I'm here with Brendan Megowan at a really cool brewery. You can see it behind us that he's been consulting on for, I don't know, it seems like a century.
4 years.
And they opened up 4 months ago?
3 months ago.
So Brendan Megowan is here at Sacrament Brewing. We're in downtown Sacramento. And I'm going to tell you there's the first level you come into, it's a bar and there's a patio. It's great. Then you realize there's a basement and a bar, and that's where we're at right now. And then there's a third level up where it's the balcony, it's open air, fire pit, and all that. You guys have food, you have beer. It's freaking awesome here. So tell us a little bit about, I mean, I know it's been this long project that you guys have been open up for a few months now, but it's amazing, really good food, good beer. Tell us a little bit about it.
Thank you. Well, we've been planning this project actually since 2010. The owners of Burgers and Brew have 6 restaurants that are Burgers and Brew restaurants.
No wonder the burgers, I mean, it's on the pricey side, but it's a freaking good burger's worth it. So just remember that part. So,
yeah. So there's 6 Burgers and Brew restaurants and 3 Crepeville restaurants. Started out as a crepe restaurant.
Really?
And 1 Mexican restaurant. So
I want to try both of those, crepes and Mexican.
Excellent. And
wow.
in Davis, actually, our organization has the burger place, the crepe restaurant, and the Mexican restaurant all on the same street in downtown Davis. So the owners here really have a great thing going on in Davis, and now it's expanded to Chico, Sacramento. There's Crepeville in Chico, and Burgers and Brew in Chico. And we also have a Burgers and Brew franchise in the airport.
Really?
Yeah, it's a franchise, but you can drink our beers actually in the Sacramento airport at Terminal B.
That's good to know when I'm there tomorrow.
Yeah. And I originally was the beer buyer up in Burgers and Brew Chico, and I was a home brewer, long-time home brewer for about 10 years. And the owners of Burgers and Brew tried my home brew and really enjoyed it. It was Coconut Imperial Stout was the first beer that I came out with
I like it.
on the homebrew scale that they really enjoyed. And they sat there and drank it and said, wow, this is really amazing. We should be making our own stuff. And they had a huge list of beers, and the only thing they didn't have was their own. So we've actually been planning this brewery since 2010. And there's a little known law that says if you own 6 or more restaurants, you can't own a brewery. Type 23 small brewers license.
Really?
So the
I was not aware
killed.
of that law.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the dream was killed then. But then a few years later, we consulted some lawyers and did our research and figured out there's
a way around it.
Type 75 license, full liquor, brew pub.
That's why there's full liquor.
That's why there's full liquor here.
And food.
And food.
You have to have the food or you can do full
Food
liquor.
and full liquor. We're already a restaurant group, so the food is easy. The full liquor. The group didn't have a bunch of experience with the full liquor, so we opened West Sacramento Fire Station, Station 1, right across the High Street Bridge. That's a full liquor brewery as well. Not brewery, the full liquor bar as well. And we not perfected, but we've been running the cocktail.
On it so you could come here.
Yeah, the cocktail lounge, the cocktail experience and stuff. So we trialed it over there, and so we can execute it a little bit better over here. And the experience has definitely paid off. Doing the trial run and making sure it works. Burgers and Brew in West Sac is by far the favorite of the Burgers and Brews that people have. It's an old firehouse, the first firehouse in Sacramento.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, from the 40s. It's really cool. And we've been actually constructing this location for about 3.5 years, well, almost 4 years under construction. We gutted the entire building. 12,000 square foot of restaurant space, ripped out the holes in the ceiling, ripped out the holes in the floor.
Yeah, you have to do something to get these things down, because you can see the fermenters behind me. They are on the basement, and they stretch up to the first
17
floor.
feet up
to
the first floor.
So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and all the wood that we used, or that we took out of the floor, we had a local artisan, actually a customer, a fan, who's an excellent craftsman, woodsmith, made all these tables.
Wow.
The lunch benches, the German European style lunch benches in the basement here, and the lunch tables on the ground floor. All of them reconstructed from the reclaimed wood
that's cool.
of the building. These the tables upstairs look like bricks, and you took the 2x8 sections and cut 1-inch coins of them, and then aligned them on the tabletops to look like wood bricks.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go
with
take a picture
with
of that.
the wood
That's cool.
grain, like accenting each other, every other brick. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Matthew Irvine is the name of the carpenter. He did an amazing job for us. He made this table, this propping up the camera. He made the wood siding of the walls. You guys can't see it, but a large portion of the walls are the wood siding.
Wood.
That is also from the reclaimed
It's unfinished,
project of
it's
the
natural.
building.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So
Wow, dude. So,
yeah.
I mean, congrats. So they can't see this, and I'm gonna post pictures, but you have a 2-vessel system, but it's one is split, right?
Combi tank. So it's technically a 3-vessel system with 1 vessel on top of another vessel. Hot liquor on the bottom, mash tun on the top. We have a 15-barrel capacity, but we got the high gravity extension from Premier Stainless. It allows us to brew large gravity works up to 20 degrees Plato at full volume, which gives us the ability to make full volume of 11% alcohol imperial stouts or whatever. Our flagship beer is an Imperial Brown, believe it or not.
Really?
Since 2011, we brewed our Imperial Brown.
I guess I'll have to try that one too.
At Sedwork Brewing Company, and we brewed the Imperial Brown.
Oh, was Charlie involved or no?
Charlie was not involved. I wish he was, but he's the man. But
He's gonna retire this year.
Tom Stowe is the
really?
excellent, awesome brewer that has taken care of it. And he actually brewed the very first Rapture in 2011 on the Sudwork pub system, 15-barrel Sud pub system, and fermented it in the open fermenting systems that they have. The 15-barrel open fermenter. It just looks like a big kiddie pool or a jacuzzi. It's a beautiful. If you guys haven't been over to Sudwork to see the system, I highly recommend go to see it. It's one of the most beautiful historic breweries in California.
At UC Davis.
In Davis, and they have a 65 hectoliter German-made Steinecker brewing system with a Cronus bottling system for the non-beer nerds out there. It's super expensive, German-made, primo bottling.
Top of the line.
And there's a lot of people that don't understand how special Sudwork is in Davis. These guys are piece
So
of history.
I'm gonna say we're gonna get in this beer for a second, but I should. I'm just gonna. Don't get dizzy. I'm gonna put the camera back. But look at this. Look. You can see the system that he's talking about over there. But look. Can you see that right there? That beer. That's a happy beer. A very active beer. What's there fermenting? I'm just curious.
That beer is a very special beer to us, actually. It's made with Admiral malt, 100% Gallagher's malt, actually. Admiral malt is the first craft maltster in California since Prohibition. This malt was conceived, grown, and malted in California. It was a brainchild of a professor at UC Davis. The last name was Gallagher. I don't remember the first name. But Professor Gallagher developed this malt as a passion project.
Thank you, Professor Gallagher.
Developed this malt as a passion project, and they thought it was going to be their dream brewer's malt.
Yeah.
And we took a trip as a team out to Admiral Malting. We tried all the malts, and this malt, this is the flavor, just chewing on it, stood out heads and shoulders above the others. I haven't tasted the beer yet with it. It's the first time we're brewing with this malt.
Oh, it is.
But the quality of the product is just, it's an honor to work.
So what's the base style that you're using?
It's a two-row. It's like a Pilsner malt, but it's not even really.
What's the base beer style?
Oh, this is a single IPA.
Okay.
This is a single IPA. 15 degrees Plato, about 7% alcohol. It's going to be with Amarillo hops and Yarilo, little known hop variety that has a lot of like grape sweetness, deep funk to it.
I like that.
I love it. So
I like that. So not to cut you off because there's too much and we're not tasting that yet. Let's talk about this one because I think we got. I had Nothing Fancy earlier, which you did a collaboration with Rip.
Also Admiral,
which was amazing, and it was a really tasty hazy IPA. But this one is
this is the Sacrilegious IPA.
That's right, Sacrilegious.
This is by far has been our most popular beer. It's dry hopped with Mosaic and Azacca, and it has a lot of tropical mango peach notes from the Mosaic.
Yeah, I get
It's
a
got
little.
lot
I get
of
the
citrus.
stone fruit, and that was weird. My phone went this weird.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that? It went like out and in. But yeah, I get the stone fruit in here, and also the hoppiness. We get a little bit of like kind of a resiny quality from the hops.
And I feel like the Azacca gives kind of a lemon, limey, resiny thing.
Yeah.
And the Mosaic provides a lot of that peachy, mango, tropical, deep sweetness. So the two really dance a lot, really well together. This beer, the last time I made it, in previous times, it was 2/3 Mosaic and 1/3 Azacca. And it was very peachy, almost to the point where it tasted like peach O-rings, like a peach candy. And some people were just, oh my God.
I'm not against that.
They were
I would
very
like
impressed
that.
by it.
But I do understand where some more hotbeds want a little more balance, less fruit. They want a little more hoppy, kind of resiny, dankness maybe.
Yeah, so I cut down the
balance.
Mosaic to 50-50 Azacca Mosaic. And I gotta say, I'm really pleased with
I didn't
it.
try the other one, but it's really good, and I get that
Thank
balance
you.
in there. So that's cool. So I want to know, this place is amazing. Good food, good beers, good atmosphere. I honestly walked in and thought you guys had been open for years, so that's a testament of what's going on with the team.
Thank you.
But why, since the other places are you told me the burger places, why Sacrament Brewing? Why is it called Sacrament?
It's actually an interesting story about the Sacrament.
I like interesting stories.
We've been contracted, like I said, we've been brewing our beers at Sedgwick since 2011.
Oh, so you were doing beers there as contract first?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't.
So you have a special relationship.
I didn't actually brew at Sedgwick. I went there and
got
hung
you.
out, and they gave me free beer while I went and
That
watched
sounds
them
great.
make magic. You know.
Okay, but you were saying is that they were contract. They were making your beer for you as you guys were contracted.
Yeah.
Before
And-
you were able to get the brew house in.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
For
we,
the other locations.
yeah, for all the locations, yeah, we would do 50 barrels at a time, and we would
Okay.
get 100 kegs and distribute them through the various
Thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you.
Cool.
Love this guy.
Very nice to
Someone
meet you, bud.
off camera is saying
I really
goodbye.
enjoyed it. Had a great time. Everybody here. Love the
Our
change.
good friend Michael, had a wonderful time.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
So
What happens to your
Cheers,
car
buddy.
if you leave it parked here?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna figure
So
it out.
all right, we're gonna get into the name.
great night,
We're gonna
bud.
get into the name
I
of
gotta get a
Sacrament
hotel.
though. Sacrament, tell me.
So,
It has
our
something to do
original
when you were at Sedgwick.
Sacrament's about only a year old name, maybe a year and a half. We were originally Old Ritual Brewing Company. Our original brand was Old
That's
Ritual.
interesting because I helped Ritual Brewing Company in Southern California open.
Well, it was a
But there
very
was no
interesting conversation.
lawsuit, was there? I don't know. Anyways,
There was a cease and
oh,
desist.
there was?
Yes.
Ah.
We had the copyright originally, and
Okay.
been in business since 2011, and we received cease and desist in about 2015, 2016. I brought one of our beers down to my friend's brewery, Martin Svab. For the big beer nerds that know exactly who Martin Svab is, the creator of Phantom Carriage in Carson. He's
Great beer as a fan of Carriage, I love it.
great beers, great guys. He's an awesome bud, and I brought him down a beer, and they served it, and they happened to be selling Ritual beer at the same time. And I think the sales rep took the information up the top, and
Oh, really?
we got a cease and desist letter.
Wow.
So
That's fascinating to me, honestly.
legally, we were not obligated.
I'm not party with them, but I did help them open. Although they
Legally,
were going
we
to
were
give me a
not-
job, it didn't happen.
Legally, we were not obligated to change our name, but they're cool folks.
No, they're
They're a great brewery. They had been in business with an operating brewery and distribution for about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I know.
We'd been a contract brewer serving in our restaurants. In all honesty, most people knew the brand as Burgers and Brew beer.
Okay.
The old Ritual brand really wasn't that prevalent. We didn't have a real brewery. We already had a good brand with the Burgers and Brew. The old no one really knew us as Old Ritual. So even though we were not legally obligated to change the name, it would not serve us well to just stubbornly move on
Yeah.
with that name because
I
they're
think-
established. It would create
Yeah, yeah.
confusion in the market.
Well,
It's just not. There's no
Maybe,
reason for
maybe
this.
not, but yeah, it's better to.
And it's kind of
better not
shitty to ask someone to change their brewery name after they
Oh, yeah.
spent $1 million, a couple $1 million into building this branding for 3 or 4 years.
they
you know,
wouldn't have done it.
It was much easier for us to change our name
Yeah.
than for them to change their name. So I started thinking about it, and a sacrament actually is an old ritual.
Yes.
It's a form of old ritual.
Yeah.
And we're from Sacramento. So
I think actually it's a perfect name.
to keep the theme
Oh man.
and tailor us more to our local
Yeah.
area
Yeah.
and get us out of the weird situation that we were in with our name. I mean, it really just fits.
Listen,
So
I think
we
it's-
decided to be Sacrament. And
I think sometimes
no hard feelings
stuff like,
anywhere.
yeah, sometimes I think like, stuff like that brings you to a better place. And being the fact that you're in Sacramento and you're Sacrament Brewing, and that is of course a Catholic tradition, a ritual. But I think it's pretty apropos. So that's cool.
And it also has a
I
little
love
bit of
stories like
connection-
that. I love stories like that. And in a weird way that I have even a small connection to it, it's funny.
yeah,
Which
it also has a small connection with one of the owners, Philippe. He actually spent some time. He was raised in France, and he spent some time at a Belgian Trappist brewery as a monk. in
Whoa,
training.
dude,
So
yes.
that's actually the origination of the Burgers and Brew beer program.
Really?
If it wasn't for Philippe spending the time in Belgium and falling in love with Belgian beers, then Burgers and Brew would just be a burger place.
Wow.
So there's two brothers. The Gerard's the restaurateur, makes excellent food, and his brother Philippe invested in his project, and they he introduced the beer component to it. And then I met them in Chico while I was going to school in Chico, California, and convinced them to get into the California craft beer thing.
Nice.
Then we started rotating, and Pliny was one of the first big ones we had in Chico's, about 2011, 2010, Sculpin, Pliny, Raging Bitch from Flying Dog, the breweries, anniversary ales, and all kinds of interesting stuff from Bear Republic, Stone, and all the old school players. You know,
yeah.
We started pumping those hard, and it just snowballed from there. People just sang praises about the rotating beers, got in love with certain beers, and started demanding we keep running with it.
And here you are.
Here we are. Yeah,
Dude, that's a phenomenal story. I love that kind of. I mean, you put in years, and it can be difficult, but then you get to a place where it's a fruition of a dream, and then you get like tonight. We had so many people from the brewing industry here, and it's just a testament to what you've been able to achieve.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's really been a lot of fun, and I think
Testament, sacrament. You know what I'm saying?
one of my biggest feelings of accomplishment actually came recently during the CBC, the Craft Brewers Conference in Nashville, Tennessee this year. We were out there hanging out, shopping for stuff, networking, and I ran into Mike from Revision, the lead brewer at Revision Brewing Company in outside the Reno area, and he had just won gold medal World Beer Cup for his single IPA,
Yeah.
and I knew he had won, and I ran into him in a bar, and I actually accidentally put my hand on his World Beer Cup plaque on I put my hand on a stool. I thought it was just a stool, but I didn't realize
Right.
I was leaning
Right.
on his glass plaque as a world championship.
That's funny.
He just won, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I felt so horrible, and I apologized profusely and introduced myself and told him that I was
good.
I told him I was with Burgers and Brew, and he looks at me and he goes, Burgers and Brew? He says, Burgers and Brew is the best fucking restaurant in the entire world.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm the starstruck one. What are you talking about? You know, so it was really, really awesome to see this world champion who said that some of his first exposure to California craft beer and creative, expressive, fun stuff. His first exposure to that was
you guys.
at Burgers and Brew, and
That's
that's the
awesome.
world champion. You know?
That's
So
pretty awesome.
That just made my heart just beam. You know,
'cause
it was wonderful.
you affected someone else who just got a huge message. I mean, World Brewer Cup grand prize or gold in any category is a big thing.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So are you guys doing a collab or working on anything?
Oh,
Did you plan that?
probably yes.
You should make
yeah.
that.
I want to call it friends of each other.
Yeah.
Or fans of each other.
Something. That's a good
We're
one.
huge fans of each other.
Co-fans.
I love those guys.
I don't know. We can work on the name. But so where do you see this place going? And then I don't know if you want to mention that you're working on something else, or should we keep that wrapped till another time?
We can talk about it. Definitely talk about it.
I mean, it's your call.
Well, this project is a passion project of mine for a long time. I went to Chico State for entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And it's always been my dream to own my own business. So this project, I'm 100% committed to making sure it's taken care of in the future, training an excellent staff, and I've got a lot of really great, passionate people. And when I was in Chico, I was able to inspire all of our servers and our huge team, and actually about like 4 of them are professional brewers now. One of them's the lead distiller at Cutwater Distilling after brewing at Stone for 3 years.
I know both. Okay.
Ronnie, and one of our servers that was there during that time is now, he brewed for Firestone for 4 years, Ben Mousehart, and then commissioned the Firestone Venice pilot brew house. And now he's the Northern California sales rep for Brewer Supply Group. Now he's my salesman.
Really?
He used to be my apprentice.
Wow.
Now he's advising me
That's
on
awesome.
how to use stuff. So
That's cool.
he's my mentor now.
Yeah.
I helped him come up, but now the tables have turned. He's brewed with world-class brewers and traveled and done internships at Wyoming and brewed at Cantillon and like met
that's
all the
gotta be
guys.
good.
So
Yeah.
I literally learned from the guy now.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of all of this.
If you guys, it's a little off focus because he keeps putting his hand out and it takes a while to focus. So I'm going to focus it right now. There we go. You're getting. I appreciate that. I like it too. I don't know if he's Italian or whatever. Keep going on.
But the whole point of all of this is to inspire people to run with it and go further than I ever imagined.
That's awesome. For sure. Really, that should be the goal of any entrepreneur, business owner. That you as you come up, you bring up other people, you encourage them. If you're really good at business, and then you have to do management, but it's all about empowering other people.
Yeah, exactly. And we had, so the lead distiller at Cutwater was a server there.
Yeah.
The guy from Firestone that became beer malt salesman extraordinaire. One of the servers became a brewer at Magnolia Brewing Company in San Francisco, David Rocha. One of our servers he's actually the brand ambassador for Hen House Brewing Company.
I saw the thing for that today.
Bob's the man. You ever get a chance to go up to Hen House and meet Bob, you're in for quite an experience. He's an amazing human being. Ryan Putney, one of our servers, is now the head brewer at Kilo Brewing Company in Paso Robles area.
Really?
He's starting his own nano brewery, and he actually.
So you guys have germinated a whole lot of stuff going on in the business.
Yeah, and that was just all the server staff just being stoked on the beers,
That's awesome.
excited about the possibility, and inspired, and they ran with it. And I can only take credit for stoking the fire. These guys really came into their own and did amazing things in multiple facets of the beer industry. Yeah. That's what I did up in Chico at the Burgers and Brew as the beer bar manager. That's exactly what I'm doing here at Sacrament Brewing with my brew staff. I have 4 brewers in a small brew house that can probably be run by one person. I don't want one stressed out guy. I want 4 people that are trained, that love each other, that are passionate. Someone hurts their ankle, someone steps in. Someone needs to go visit family or friends, someone steps in. There's a lot of breweries with passionate, excellent brewers that are essentially stuck in the brew house because they're the only ones with the passion.
Trust me,
they're the only ones that can do it.
It's most of the people we know.
And I know that feeling, and it really is a rampant problem in the brewing industry. So to have
and I don't think brewers get paid what they're worth. But that's my opinion.
big time. But so to have a staff of multiple people part time helping each other, working out each other, checking each other. It seems like it's more of a stable production as we move on. No one gets stressed out. It's not all on any one person's back. And if anyone wants to make any weird decisions and change things up, there's someone else going to be, hey, that's not right. There's not one guy that can just be like, oh, I got it, boss, and then like fudge the stuff in the back. You know, and we're all checking each other, and we're all
It's all about
helping
the love
each other
and
at
helping
the same
out.
time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So we're a big old happy family, and our brewers have just been excellent. Sacramento area is full of awesome, wonderful, passionate people, and we've been extremely lucky to get the folks that we've had. Our taproom manager, John, is excellent, fun, cool dude that's been representing us to the fullest, and all of our brewers have been doing the same. And I couldn't ask for a better situation. It really has been awesome.
That is awesome. So let's tell people, is it just sacramentbrewing.com?
We're actually, our website's under construction. We're Sacrament Brewing on Instagram, Sacrament Brewing on Facebook.
And if you're here, it's on the corner of, what is this? Is this I?
16th and J.
Sorry,
16 J Street.
16th and J, and you're gonna like it. It's really, really worth it.
I promise you.
Yeah.
We worked hard.
Listen, we can keep going. This might go into two, because my phone will actually, for those who are watching, and I'll pull the audio, it'll stop at a certain point and start doing it again. But what do you want to say before we might or might not get cut off?
Well, before we may or may not get cut off, what I really would like to say is that we make great beer here, and the reason for that is because we care about everything.
Yeah.
We care about the glass cleanliness. We care about you knowing what's in the beer. We care about the server communicating that to you. We care about the grain in the field. Our Pilsner malt that we use is an heirloom Pilsner malt called Barca malt from Germany. It's the way they used to grow Pilsner malt in the 70s before they switched to a lower flavor, higher yielding product. Thomas Weiermann from Weiermann Malts used to daydream about the delicious beers that he had in Germany when he was a child. And he found a grower that had these seeds banked, and he funded him to research the style.
I know that. That's awesome.
And we are now brewing our Pilsner with the malt that they brewed Pilsner malt with in the 70s.
Is there a name for that malt?
Barca.
Barca. Oh, that's what you were talking about
B-A-R-K-E.
earlier, and you don't know how it's going to taste yet.
No, that's the Admiral malt.
Oh, that's the Admiral.
The Admiral malt. All of our malts are special.
So you got, like,
our regular blonde ales,
oh my
we brew
gosh.
with Cologne malt from
Really?
Weiermann. There's not a single beer that we make here that is just regular plain
on the
old
side of
beer.
us, we have like sacks and sacks of grain of Wireman and Rar, and it's a beautiful sight, honestly.
Yeah, Raw, Wireman, Admiral, anyone who's making excellent stuff,
Yeah.
they all have their unique characteristics, and we will design a beer to highlight the amazing characteristics that grower set out to present. And we have an obligation to transfer the glory of the field to people's palates. And that's our real role, is to take the awesome work that Brewing Science Institute in Colorado did to make our yeast cultivations.
Yeah.
The awesome work that the guys at Yakima Chief and BSG and these guys sourcing all these amazing
they do.
hops and the
Good
different
job.
crops and making sure they're pelletized correctly and flushed with nitrogen. These guys all work so hard. I owe it to them to work equally as hard to make sure that their products are communicated to our customers in the best possible way. And like I said, that goes all the way down to the servers.
That's awesome. So we're gonna cut it short here because you're probably gonna be half the show. But I just saw that my phone's on almost no power.
Cool.
So I don't know if you want to mention or not, but we'll have you on again when you do your next project.
Oh, thank you.
And
The next project is called Whale Face Beer Company.
in Long Beach, right?
Yeah, Whale
And
Face.
so we'll have you on and talk about that. And I wish you just everything good.
Thank you
in
so
both
much.
projects.
Yeah, the California Craft Brewers Association meetings, summit meetings in Long Beach next year. So
I know.
we were
I'm
3
excited.
blocks from the summit this year, and hopefully we'll be 3 blocks from the summit next year.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. All right, so next time, my friends, as you know, I always say this: drink good beer, eat good food, which they have here. I had the buffalo burger. Hang out with good people like Brandon here, and drink more good beer. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
That's great. We